because it's and there was sort of like the Last Dance phenomenon. People were crazy.
Maybe $6, but otherwise, I'm watching that. So.
Time I'm done with this video today, I am hoping I can influence you to consider investing into
$11. In the third spot is also Wyatt Langford.
Get over it. Here's a translation for you guys. Those cards, not anytime soon. Most of them
is going to be about staying liquid, because I feel like too often, especially in this
See if this ends up repeating itself again. And we kind of move into baseball.
That's only half your number. I'm just trying to be realistic. I respect that, but can you go higher?
Zola's algorithm evaluates people's past to predict their future.
What the?
Welcome, everyone. So we are going to share with you a card value prediction through the end of the month, June 2024. The results I'm going to show are readily available on my website, pancakebreakfaststats.com, as well as other deep dive analysis I've conducted on collectibles and the Comic-Con industry. So you can click into any of these and it'll take you right there. You can also scroll down and you can get to the forecast for sports, TCG, and non-sports. Here's just to let you know when the date is good through, in this case, June 2024. So to make the forecast works more useful and for your own needs, you can filter by category. In this case, I'll show baseball. There's the years it goes to. Let's grab 2023 and 2024. There's an exportable table. You can have all this data to do your own analysis. Scroll down and you'll get to the forecast chats. As you can see, in this case of baseball, it's closer to the lower confidence bound. So take that into mind when you're doing your own analysis. All these are built off of the card ladder indexes for the trading card category of your interest. Here are some pre-built charts. They do not get affected by the filter of your table, but we'll use this for this June 2024 video. So I try to give you some KPIs that you can also normalize some data. But first, let's start with probably the most used, most shared, but also I find least in value. And I'll explain that a little bit more too. But here is the month-over-month projection. So this would be looking at June 2024. How was it compared to May 2024? So projected values. In this case, it's showing you that soccer cards expected to be up 14%, Pokemon down 8%, virtually no change in basketball. Marvel shows a decrease of 11%. So you would just hover over the bars and it will give you your category and your percent change. The reason why I say this is most shared is because in those weekly update videos that I shared at the beginning of this video, most people are just reporting the news based off of what happened. And it's really just telling you seasonality behavior, tells you more about your starting point than your predicted point. In other words, if you're already down pretty low, what does a 14% increase really tell me month over month? Now here's a more normalized stat. So year over year. So this would be comparing June 2024 versus June 2023. So we get more of a normalized view. Most, if not all, categories are showing a decline. Star Wars up 42%, baseball 16% prediction, soccer at 10%, while Pokemon shows a decline of 46%, football down 34%. Our 2-year comparison forecast. So this is going to look at June 24 versus June 22. All right, so we're going to expand the graph a little bit more. You can see everyone's down. Star Wars, there's not enough data on that index yet to do this comparison, but we're coming up pretty soon. Marvel down 86%, football 67, Pokemon 64. Now let's start with our year-to-date comparison. You'll see this kind of kicks off at most investing type channels, videos. They'll talk about the year-to-date and see if that trend can stay. So this is the projection of January 24 to June 24. So Marvel up 44%, baseball up 13%, football up 20%. But then remember, it's all about where did you start at more than where you're going. 2 year to date, only Star Wars is showing a lift at 34%. 3 year to date, not enough data on Star Wars. So as you can see, everyone is still lapping their booms, their peaks. So how do you get to that starting point? So let's stay focused again on baseball. Let's go to 2021. So that's about when, the big market manipulation, hump, pump, dump going on, right? Baseball has always been a little bit more steady. You can get that long tail view of where this Holt Winters sales model thinks baseball cards are going to end up. Now, in this view, what I love is that you can see the actuals versus the forecast and the lower confidence bound. So you can do your own analysis as well. In this case, I would make the assumption we'll probably be closer to the lower confidence bound. It's really nice for you to see of like where you started in baseball, where you're currently at, and where the model projects this data to land on. So let's go real quick to basketball. I like using basketball as a baseline, especially for, casual collectors. And when you think of data that could be, heavily skewed by player performance, basketball, that data still continues to level out some. See the lower confidence bound. If this is getting too messy for you, you can just kick out the confidence bounds and you can see your actuals versus your forecast. Your actuals have been flattening out, like I've been hinting at in the previous videos of doing this update. So that's why your forecast is very flat. It's picking up on that trend of flattening. So, in another way of looking at it, you could say, okay, basketball cards, maybe the bleeding is beginning to stop. Then again, there's still quite a few cards out there that have not hit market that could change this. Similar to basketball, we got Pokemon. It's a little bit more elastic in its data. But again, let me look at my actuals. You see that flattening going on. And the flattening, right? This was actually a trend in the data. If you look at it in this further out view, the forecast is picking up on that. All my models, I keep them within 10% error, which is considered excellent forecast. Anything below 20 is considered a good. The closer you get to 0, the better, but we don't want to be overfitting too much. Let's jump to Star Wars cards. You can see here's the Heritage Auction sales. This view, nice little jump. So interesting is you're still not quite where Star Wars used to be in 2022. And most of this was around guess what? The same card that drove this increase. So it was a PSA 10 Luke Skywalker, I think, sold for about $50K. And really, this also highlights the happenings when it came to Galaxy Chrome, right? We can actually go further, I hope. Actually, Star Wars, I can't go that much further. Because if you look at, say, Terapeak eBay and you search Galaxy Chrome, you'll see this is more of a hump coming into here. So we're, recovering from Galaxy Chrome. Worst case, why the lower confidence bound is showing this big spike at the end is that in case it follows this pattern, this behavior. Upper confidence bound is picking up these peaks. And then the forecast is just more of what's in the actuals happening. Okay, just a flat line occurring. So as you can see, a theme on just data flattening out. Let's go to football. Will be one of the biggest categories going into the national. You're already seeing videos on quarterback speculation, and it's just the nature of the beast, right? When it comes to football cards. So on my website, you can look at these views and you can understand those peaks and valleys. Try to look right for around the national, right afterwards. You get a nice little kick each time. You should be seeing a nice kick once the season starts, and then again an increase every NFL draft. Well, once again, there was this little smoothing, flattening period going on, so the forecast is picking that up. Recency is one of the data points it is able to identify. Let's touch a little bit on hockey. Right? So hockey's showing similar behaviors when it was over here and it was beating the forecast projection, but then there was a correction in the actual data. So is that the same case happening here? You can see it's beating the forecast. Will it actually then correct and align more with the forecasted value and closer to the lower confidence bound? Hockey has always been, at least in the data I've analyzed, very similar to baseball cards. And you can see similar curve to baseball. Except the only difference here is that hockey is currently outperforming against the forecast. Baseball is underperforming. Let's go to soccer cards. More flattening. Let me kick out some of the confidence bounds so you can see that, right? So it's underperforming against the forecast. Forecast is picking up these peaks. If the flattening continues, next month's forecast will catch up to that and show that flattening happening. It's got to wait for it to be a trend or a seasonal pattern. So hopefully you find value in this. Updated usually the first week of every month. I'll do a video of my breakdowns of it going through like this. Please go through the site, go through any other deep dive analysis. Always reach out to me on Instagram at pancake_analytics. We can discuss this and others. So thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Pancake, yeah. I'm the queen of pancakes, yeah. Pancake is our life. I eat pancakes for breakfast. I eat pancakes for our lunch. I eat pancakes for our dinner. It's a pancake town in this whole world. I am a baby pancake.
Grab the butter and don't forget the scissor. Pancake Analytics is the stat wizard. She clackety clackety clack.